episode of Ellen's continue, shall we? I hear some humming.
Wait, honey. Your favorite soup isn't ready yet.
There's a brownish substance left in it. Did I just get? Mutated and grown big, also there's something shiny behind it. I heard breathing.
The soup is ready.
I like myself some soup. Means I won't have to eat the plants. Not sure if warming up food in a new thing is healthy. Well, hope that didn't salt her because I just picked up the salt. I'm not actually eating this, am I? Oh, that was tasty. Who cooked this? Someone is definitely around here. What? The food on the table keeps getting cold. The family doesn't come together for lunch or for dinner. I have asked for the family to have lunch and dinner at the right times and kept everything ready on the dining table, but more often than not I end up eating alone. Once I managed to get the kids on the table at the time for lunch, but Mrs. Smith requested to have her food served in her room, and Mr. Smith locked himself in his office on the pretense of work. As I neared his office, the smell of tobacco permeated the air. He had recently relapsed into smoking. Mr. Smith has also taken possession of the key to the basement door that leads to the backyard often. It so happens that I go to check on the basement door to make sure that it's locked, only to find it ajar and Mr. Smith gone for a late night stroll. This worries me, since I'm not entirely sure if Mrs. Smith knows about his nocturnal incursions. It's locked. Thing is, what would I use half of this stuff for? I'm not hungry anymore. The soup was delicious, though. Well, he's back. Wait, no, he has the key. Maybe it's not in his office. I'm trying to think of where I can go. Hmm. I couldn't try to break off the lock. There we go. Nope. Maybe I can go on the left side of the house now. I think I explored every side on this. Probably not, but we'll see. I don't know why I can't run half the time. Because I know my R2 button ain't busted. It's gone. Alright. Someone forgot to feed their pet. Really? #1 junior basketball league. Oh, this must be Terry's room. Looks expensive. Found a battery. I'd rather... Okay. I think it was I'd rather read a mystery novel. This is Terry's room, right? Hold on, there's an easy way to tell. Yep, Terry. So, did Mr. Smith beat Terry? What the... I could break this with some heavy tool in my hand. Alright, I can wait a few seconds. Covered with dust. A cassette player.
Well, Carlos, would you like to tell me why you're here? How can I help?
Well, I'm Carlos. I moved to England for work about 8 months ago to support my wife and son back in Mexico. There are not many jobs back there, so I decided to come here to look for some opportunities. Before coming here, I decided to take the family to visit some local historical sites. We went to one that we have never heard of before.
Well, that's very good, and I hope your family's doing well now that you have a steady job. However, I still don't understand why you need psychiatric help. I received your file a few days ago and found your case quite interesting.
I feel changed ever since that visit. I felt it for the first time about a week after our trip. During our visit, I came across a strange redial sign. It looked like some ancient place for rituals or... Suddenly I noticed that my nose was bleeding and blood dripped onto the altar. When I touched my nose, it came away dark and sticky. Ever since that day, I've been hearing voices of people wailing, asking for help. The voice of one woman stands out above the others. She keeps on saying, "Find me a new home." I tried everything to keep the voices out of my head. Even I've started losing sleep. But those voices are creeping into my dreams, giving me nightmares. I saw a woman in my dream last night. She was clothed in black and had wide obsidian eyes. Then from behind her appeared a little boy in a rabbit mask. He walked towards me and held my hand. Then the woman said, "Take him to his new playground. It is time he befriends the one that believes. She will help him create a bridge for us to enter our new home."
They're talking about Ellen. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. About the size for a kid. Please. So hungry? Dad? Oh no. What the... I have to get back out. Please, he doesn't start chasing. Please stay. I can't do anything. Press circle button for flashlight. Oh my god. Oh god, my leg hurts. There's a key with a tag inside it. Reads backyard. One evening I was playing in the backyard when I saw Daddy go out for a walk. I decided to follow him into the woods to surprise him. I followed him through the birches until we reached the graveyard. It was getting dark and I felt scared, so I started to turn back to go home, but then I stopped. Daddy was stooped over a grave. I realized that he was digging it up. A chill ran down my spine as I saw him take something from the grave. It looked like an arm. He brought it up to his mouth and started tearing into it. I was petrified. In my panic, I stepped on a branch. He heard me. When he turned his bloodied face towards me, I lost it. I ran back home, too terrified to even look back. I burst through the front door and stood in the foyer, out of breath. Mommy saw me and hurried to my side, asking what happened. I must have looked terrible because she sounded quite worried. I ran to my room, shut the door, and hid under the covers of my bed, shivering. What had I just seen? Was it just a nightmare? It must have been. Last night, Daddy came to my room while everyone was asleep. He woke me up and told me that he had found my cat that had gone missing earlier in the day. I think Cookie went through the broken wall, he said. Could you help him out at the shaft? I would go in myself, but, you know, Daddy's a big guy and I can't fit. Oh my god. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it like I did, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.